first of all have to make a confession. Until tonight, I thought that some words in Eicha didn't really apply. And then I got a slap in the face. 3 lines. Kol she'arei shomamim. All her gates are desert. Second line. Sadu tza'adeinu milechet birchoboteinu. They dogged our steps and prevented us from walking the streets. The third line. Nachalateinu nehepcha lezarim bateinu lenochrim. Our heritage has turned over strangers, our homes to non-Jews. Today in Yerushalayim, we could not walk to the gates. We couldn't walk around the old city, and the homes in the Yemenite village, the homes in the old Jewish quarter. Today there are Arab squatters living in those places. These words from Megillat Eicha are very, very real. Menachem Begin, many years ago when he was the Prime Minister, he was told by the then President Carter that he had to sign the document saying that Jerusalem would be discussed and negotiated, put on the table. He refused to sign the document. Listen to what he said. Has anyone heard of a son or daughter of Saladin fasting each year in memory of Yerushalayim? Throughout the 3,000-year history, Yerushalayim has been a capital to no one except Am Yisrael. So it was, so it is, so it shall ever be. There's also a famous legend about Napoleon that passed the Beit Knesset in Paris, and he saw Jews sitting on the floor crying. He asked someone, what are they doing? And he was told, they're crying over a house, a temple that was destroyed. First one, 2,200 years ago. The second one, 1,700 years ago. He says the following. A nation that can still cry after thousands of years will one day surely be rewarded with their temple. We haven't fully been rewarded. There's no Beit HaMikdash. A person can be arrested if they dug it in the holy place in the world on Har HaBayit. Har HaBayit is not in our hands. There's not full Jewish sovereignty in Yerushalayim. There's an Arab majority here in the heart of Yerushalayim. But yes, we've been partially rewarded. We've had victories in war. There's 600,000 Jews living in Yerushalayim today. And Yerushalayim, to a certain extent, is united. This gate right here, Shar Tzion, Uzi Narkis in 1948 managed to break through. A few hours later, he had to leave. He felt the pain and the loss of 1948. In 1967, when he came back, he said the following to his soldiers. You're about to mount the fortress. This time we shall never leave again. Now it's not straightforward. It is not straightforward because the sons of Amalek are trying to take Yerushalayim. To this very day we have serpents, snakes to the south. We have serpents and snakes to the north and amongst us. And they want Al-Quds. They want Yerushalayim. How many people here know that the missiles landing in Gush Katif had Al-Quds written on the sides of the missiles? They want Jerusalem. Land is not the issue. The tunnels, in a certain sense, the tunnels down south, they do reach Jerusalem. This is what they want. B'nai Amalek, B'nai Esav and B'nai Yishmael, they don't want us to have Yerushalayim. And don't think for a second there is a difference between Hamas and the Rishut HaPalestinite, the PA. There's no such thing as the Moderish. It is exactly the same. It is the one family, it is the one goal, maybe a different method, but so what? You have some snakes that bite with their venom. You have other snakes that quietly come from behind and give you a hug and ultimately crush you. There is no difference. Today in Yerushalayim, I don't know how many of you realise that there is a battle going on here also. Yes, there's a war in the country, but there is a battle here. The families in the Yemenite village, there are 9 families and yeshiva students, every day under attack, every day. Molotov cocktails, concrete blocks, washing machines, on the vehicle, on the house, that live, every day. In the northern sector of the old city, 2 families were taken to hospital. The wives were traumatized after houses were attacked. It's very, very real. So the question is, what do we do? How is it possible to reverse what has happened so far? How can we turn to Tisha B'Av in a day of joy? It's simple. Not simple to say, maybe not so easy to do. We have to build a Jerusalem dome. We're familiar with the Iron Dome. We have to reverse what happened in the past. They rejected, they destroyed, we will build. Passion, desire. We have to add families to the old city, to the Yemenite village, to the Mount of Olives. It's life back on the ground. Jewish presence. That's what's going to make a difference. I talk about a Jerusalem dome. There are 3 domes. And do me a favour, try and internalise this. Spread the word. One is the heavenly dome. We have to get close to Hashem whether we like it or not. We can't just go along as though that Hashem doesn't exist. If we didn't do a mitzvah today, do another mitzvah tomorrow. There is the Iron Dome. We need strength, we need might, we need the army, and they have to keep on going. But there's also the Jerusalem Dome. This presence, this Jewish facts on the ground. Before I conclude, a small message to the world, to a by and large anti-Semitic world. You know, there's one thing I decry more than anti-Semitism, and that's hypocrisy and double standards. In World War II, if I'm not mistaken, it was Britain that indiscriminately bombed Germany. Not so long ago, NATO bombed Yugoslavia. The Allies and the United States didn't even think twice, changed the face of Iraq and Afghanistan. Where were the resolutions? Where were the condemnations? Where was the call, ceasefire now? You have the gall, the arrogance to tell the holy nation of the world with the most unique moral army that exists to stop, ceasefire. The holiest nation in the world, I say it again, with the most moral and ethical army. That's not hypocrisy. It's pure hypocrisy and double standards. Nations of the world, I want you to note something. We're back home. Jerusalem has never been the capital of anyone else. This homeland belongs to Jewish people. Palestine is the Jewish national homeland. That is Israel. We're here to stay. And you know what? There's nothing you can do about it. Because we're rolling along in this process of redemption, and scream as you will, we're here, and we're here to stay.
יישר כוח, תודה רבה, דניאל לוריה.